Hello everyone, and welcome to part 10 of my 18-part video series where I'm reading passages from my autobiography, Odd Man Out, True Stories of a Gay Black Swimmer. As always, I want to thank everyone who has been joining me on this wonderful journey. It's been so exciting to hear from people who I've never met before, sending me emails or talking to me on Facebook about what they've thought about each of the readings that I have been presenting to you so far. If you remember 2 videos ago, I read from my experiences in Colorado Springs, and I even had my 3 swimming teammates send me messages on Facebook about what they thought about what they had heard and what they had read. And a couple of them I haven't heard from in a little while, so it was great to hear from them. And I encourage all of you to please just leave me comments on this video if you would like, or you can find me on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you. And if you would like to get a copy of my autobiography, Odd Man Out, if you haven't gotten it already, just go to the description box below and you'll find a link to get a signed copy for only $20, which is a really good deal. $20. Can't beat that. So this is the point of no return, no going back. I've gone past the halfway point, and now it's straight on through the rest of these video chapters. And today's installment is going to be probably what I believe to be the most emotional for me. It's what you might say in the movies is the climactic scene of my life. It is the moment that everything else has been leading up to, and it's the moment that everything after it is shaped by. It's the moment that I come out to my mother. It happened on December 27th, 1999, and I won't read a specific passage that leads up to that moment, but pretty much I had been putting off the moment of telling my mother that I was gay for a lot of reasons. But I knew that I had to come out to my mother, specifically because if I wanted to come out to my friends, I had to tell my mother first. I think she was going to be the litmus test for me. And as much as I wanted to believe that it was going to be all positive, I was prepared for any negative reaction I was going to get. So here it is. I'll read to you today what happened when I came out to my mother. I sat down on the old leather rocking recliner, which was almost as old as I was. My breathing was labored. My heart raced. "So," I said in an effort to get her attention, "can we talk for a bit?" The look she gave me when she turned around made me realize she had been waiting for this conversation for almost 10 years. Maybe she knew that I had been putting this off for almost 10 years and was steeling herself for the fact that I was finally going to make the announcement. If she had been expecting this talk, she didn't look too happy that it was happening. I swallowed hard. There was no saliva in my mouth. "Well, I'm not going to prolong this with small talk. Mom, I'm gay." What I am about to describe probably lasted for 30 minutes, but it felt like the world stood still during the talk. And though everything went exactly as I expected, though not as I had hoped, I still felt tiny jolts with each sentence she uttered. She asked me how long I had known this. I told her about 10 years for sure. She wanted to know why I didn't tell her before. I told her I was always afraid of this exact moment, of the look she was giving me. She never blinked. You know that famous moment in the movie Marathon Man when Laurence Olivier is pulling out Dustin Hoffman's teeth? I would have submitted to that torture over the agony of staring into my mother's unflinching eyes for unheralded lengths of time. She never raised her voice. She said something could have been done if I told her earlier. She didn't go into specifics, but I was certain that meant something along the lines of shock therapy or conversion therapy, which probably incorporated some shock therapy into its program. Of course, she began to blame herself, as do most parents who believe homosexuality is brought on by wayward parenting. In the most reassuring voice I could muster from my dry mouth, I told her this was not because of anything she did or did not do. I tried to convince her that being gay is a trait in your DNA, not necessarily something that society helps create. It was just the way I am. She brought up the S word, and when she said that homosexuality was a sin, I thought she'd whip out her Bible and lay it on my head. As the conversation wore on, it was clear there would be no sign of understanding coming from her. Given our history, I was sure some statement of love was inevitable. That statement never came. I still hope for it after she disowned me by saying, I have a child, but not a son. I still hope for it when she said she'd mention me only casually when people asked her about me. I still hope for it when I told her I still loved her, no matter what happened. I still hope for it when she warned me against telling my grandmother, since the news would kill her, not meaning it as a euphemism. I still hope for it when she walked into her room, turned off the light, and went to sleep. So there's a lot more that happened on that night, and I encourage you to pick up your copy of Odd Man Out: True Stories of a Gay Black Swimmer and find out what else happened, and then you can continue to read on and find out how this managed to shape my life and how I went on with my life after this happened. Yes, it was traumatic, and yes, it was extremely sad, but like everything in life, you learn from the traumatic moments in your life. And I hope that those who have read this book, those who have seen this video today, those who intend on buying the book, I hope that this has inspired you in some way, has motivated you to want to come out if you're still afraid to come out because of fear of backlash. I hope it educates those of you who may not know exactly what's going on for someone in your family, in your close circle of friends, at your workplace, who might be struggling with coming out. It's never easy, even if you have 100% support, but it is easier with that support. So that'll do it for this video segment today, and again, I thank everyone for watching today, and I encourage you to leave your comments in the comment section below. Again, you can find me on Facebook if you want to have a private chat there. You can send me a message. I look forward to seeing you next time, and until then, it gets better.